No, he's doing the countdown.
Monique, and then he's doing the intro, right?
Hi there. My name is Andrew DeLeon, and I am a guest on What's Really Happening, Season 1, Episode 7, with Luke Sauer. For the intro, I am sitting in for Paul Brumbaugh. You are listening to What's Really Happening with Luke Sauer. Again, I've been Andrew DeLeon, and this has been the intro. Take it away, Luke.
All right, Monique, count down 10.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Do I do the intro
5,
again?
4,
No.
3, 2, 1.
I should have probably said count down to 5. That was a long one, huh? All right, Alessandra, word of the day.
Hi, Luke. How you doing?
Hey, there you go. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
I guess I'm doing all right. Wait.
Well, I'm a guest here.
I'm doing all
Yeah.
right. Am I doing all right?
Are you?
What do you think?
On a 1 out of
do I
10,
look
I know
okay?
10. I'd say you seem like a 3 right now.
I would say 4,
But I
but
don't know
3
you.
sounds right too. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Monique's a life coach.
That's
so
pretty
you guys
low
might be
score,
horrible
man.
Judges. Do I seem like? Do I
You seem
okay?
pretty good for a Monday. Yes.
And it's
That is the nicest way
Monday,
to say you're a
actually.
3
This is what I was looking forward to.
or a 2.
Because I don't like my job.
Oh, thank you for having me.
But there's no. This isn't it. This isn't like my
Oh, okay.
job. This is a beautiful piece of art I do.
What is
And,
your job?
I work in a supermarket, and that is like it's a blessing, I guess.
Oh, you get a paycheck.
Yeah, well, that's not something to brag about, because it's not that big. But I get benefits whether I just work part time. So that's good.
That's
That
good.
seems cool.
That's
And,
cool.
So I mean, yeah, that's.
Do you like talking to people at the grocery store?
No.
No?
Is
I
that what you're
don't.
finding it to be a little bit of a challenge?
I clock in and I get really nervous because I look at the people getting ready for me to ring them up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
like
you're the
anxiety.
cashier. You're the cashier of the store.
Yeah, well, I am. They call it a multi-purpose clerk. Like
Hell
now,
yeah.
you're not a bagger anymore.
Luke does it all.
You could go to other places wherever they send you. And,
Right.
I guess just not produce anymore because I got someone who hates me for some reason.
Oh my.
Would you do something weird with the veggies? What happened?
Yeah, wait, where's my?
Mhm.
I need to get close to this. I wouldn't even know if I'm hurt. Wait, you wouldn't know if I'm hurt, Andrew. You hear me?
I could hear you a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think is it jobs or just hostile environments in general lately?
I feel like a grocery store right now, post-COVID, I mean, they've always been pretty batshit crazy for me, like high anxiety, the lights. Just,
Safeway is the new Mad Max after Walgreens,
yeah.
especially the one on Potrero and the Safeway on 16 and
God,
Potrero. Oh my God. It's like you get, and not talking about the grocery outlet right on
Oh,
23rd and Van Ness. Oh my
any
God.
grocery outlet.
Yeah,
in San
but that is
Francisco.
like Mad Max number 3. It's
So that
ridiculous.
is-
Yes,
that
people
is
yelling
pretty
at the cashier crying,
Well, you
coming
said
to
for
me
sure.
like,
What
you
the
see what I have to deal with every day.
And you
This
said
is on 16th and
Yeah, the one, oh my, oh,
Yeah,
that,
I
that,
haven't been there
too.
for long.
Yeah.
So-
my I have to brag. I'm sorry. I'm in
Brag.
Nob Hill, so I've got a beautiful
You got-
Trader
you
Joe's
got-
that
Oh,
you just
yeah,
waltz on
good for
into.
you.
yeah, no, Trader Joe's
Okay.
usually okay,
But
but
the
the
days,
grocery,
the
That's a
days of
different
16th
vibe,
and Potrero, that is in my blood, so I know.
Right,
I
yeah,
know what it's
16
like.
and Potrero
I
is
came
like-
from the streets. You know, it didn't start at Nob Hill.
oh,
Yeah, I can
oh,
see it
it
coming up.
trains you,
Polk is a
right?
different
It's like a
vibe.
training school.
Well, no, Nob Hill. See, I was thinking Polk because Nob Hill is a different vibe because of Polk.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I used to walk around all tipsy around the city, that's how I ventured and got to know the city. Also, crashing in a bush and hitting a cab.
Well, you got the full
Got-
city like
Yeah,
experience
yeah, I
right
got to know
there.
things about the
I don't
city.
know this guy
But,
at all. He just said,
But also, going around saying, "Hey, I'm cool and I'm drunk." I was in my 20s, so it was.
You're not the only one.
you think
Trust
it's
me.
cool,
You're okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get there. But the thing is, I would walk around Polk, and they call them nowadays. They call them the sex workers.
this is what you used to
They
do
would be out
before
there.
working in a grocery
And
store.
well, no, I wasn't a sex worker. I mean,
You
those
mean the
people-
street hoes?
the people that would be out there.
They're still out there.
It's full of it.
And,
They're all over.
The way they would approach you would be like, it would be very aggressive, and then like they wouldn't all be women either, and they would think because I turn them down, like I turn all the women and the ones that are trans, I would turn them down, so they would just result to hey, maybe it's in guys, and then the guy like the pimps would be like, yo man, we got. I got some dude pussy, and it's like, nah, I'm just not
Some
into,
dude
I'm
pussy.
just not into the paying a sex worker thing. But so I would venture up to, I'd walk, and I would be towards the Nob Hill area.
Yeah.
And then they would be so nice there. They'd be like, hey, sir, would you like a date? And it's like, it would be so nice.
It went from the P word to like a nice date.
Very sophisticated.
It would be so nice. I'd be like, wait, you're asking me out on a date? And I would totally forget that they're sex workers.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, wow.
It's just that their bills is probably 3 times higher, if not more.
They're
That's
gonna
all.
spend a
That's
weekend
the
with
only
you.
difference
I-
between
it-
Nob
Well,
Hill and
it's
TM.
all about the sell, right? You have to know who you're working with. If it was just some
don't
other
scare me
random
off,
guy,
yeah.
he
Right.
would have taken the P word. But they looked at Luke and they're like, you know what? We got to come a little more correct here.
Right.
Right?
And let's step it
Wow.
up and
So
let's
they had to
let's
Good for
make
you,
a nice
Luke.
sale.
Good for you.
So they
Yeah.
had to be aggressive because they get that. Well, I mean, there were times that I lived in Glen Park, and I used to BART up to all the jobs over here. Well, I actually lived in my car for a little bit in Glen Park.
Holy shit! I don't know you at
But
all.
I still had to BART up to all the jobs in the city because I was like, my guy I was living with became like a homicide case, and then so I had to find a new place to live.
Really?
So I was like,
You had an homicidal
This
person
is
in your
so
house?
well because they couldn't find.
Was it
his
a famous
body.
story?
They still can't find his body to this day, and so.
So he got off free.
So I had. It wasn't one of those. Well, you got 3 weeks to leave. It was, we got to investigate you, and then if we don't find out that you got anything to do with this, you just got to go. So I was like, in my job at the time, cut me. So I was like, you know what? I don't know. I just got to go to the city and be homeless. And,
Where were you before the
San
city?
Mateo.
San Mateo.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was like, you know
And
what?
this is with the homicide roommate in San Mateo.
Oh, well, he homicide case.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
he went missing.
Okay.
Oh, your roommate went
Yeah.
The actual roommate
Yeah,
went missing.
well, it was
in
his
a-
house. It was his
Okay.
house.
Got
So you were
it.
living there alone. And
Yeah,
it's just
and
like
so,
this guy's gone.
Yeah, well, I could tell things were getting a little crazy because, I'd be in my room and there was times where I was like, yeah, I'm not going to leave this room because something's crazy going on and something crazy's going on in there. Because, he's not a guy that's into drugs. And in fact, even he doesn't even like the rap music or a lot of music besides classical. It was funny. Because when we'd be driving
so
and someone would bump up their music, he would be like, oh, God dang that shit, playing that damn rap music or that damn rock music.
Was
And
he an old
would-
person?
Yeah, so he would turn up the classical music, so it'd be hilarious because you'd hear the girls, or the F the police, and then all of a sudden Beethoven, just
Yeah.
hella loud, just Beethoven. It was like
Got some good
I'm
bass
like,
in there.
This is great. But he
I was
would-
gonna ask, like, where's the bass in Beethoven? Is that
I-
the cello or
it
They
was-
probably have a
piano
stand-up bass in
or
some.
bass?
Yeah.
What was that?
They probably have a bass in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like a stand-up
Yeah.
bass.
So I'm like,
Yeah. And the cello definitely has some ring to it too.
Well, so yeah, I came to the city and I decided to live out there. So I took the BART and I would take the BART to places like they were working in, and I did security for a place on Geary. I think it was Geary. Wasn't very. It was
I used
kind
to
of
live
an
on Geary.
upscale place with not very upscale people in the stairwell.
Oh, was it that Domino's and Walgreens over there?
No, this was like
That-
a living place. They thought I was stalking Joe Klosek for a while.
Oh.
were you in the financial district of Gary,
It
or were
was,
you
you
more
know, it was-
towards
I don't even know. I'm just thinking it's
going
by
on the
Gary.
west? Were you on the east part
It was
or more
maybe
towards the
off.
west?
It was like before you get to Japan, before you get to Japantown.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like
Oh, I know that area. That's where I
Divisadero.
work.
Yeah, it's so I would take the BART home, and then the sex workers would really just be because I would have to walk a little bit to the bar, and they would chase me with jiggling their teeth a little bit, and
You're a looker.
not the. Well, they weren't the best because I would be like, no, and
You should not be on radio.
And they
You
would
should
say,
be doing
come
more.
on, I'll give you. And then it was like for free. It's like, why are you even doing this if it's for free? Like, what is this? Why are you even Why are you chasing me right now? But yeah, no, it was weird. I was working there, and they thought I was stalking the comedian Joe Klosik because
He's great.
because I would get bored on my security job, and I knew him, and he was working in the gym. So I would go on my Facebook and comment on his posts and all that. But I guess the property manager person was friends
So did
with him.
Joe say that you were stalking him?
No, the
Were you?
property
It's
manager
been
saw
years.
me commenting on his post while working there.
Okay.
And,
So the property manager was stalking too, because they're on his
Should've-
post,
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at your post.
I didn't have
So
someone
it's a
smart
lot
like
going on.
Malik around at the
That's
time.
Yeah.
So I was just like, no.
Everybody
I'm not,
was stalking
I
him.
know this guy. I
Luke,
mean,
you got a lot going for you, buddy.
he had
I
the
want to
pick
hear
his
some
punch
more
code.
story about San Francisco from everyone.
from,
Yeah, I'm originally from Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Alessandra.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Hi, Valentini. Yes, thank you, Luke, for
Alessandra.
your story
Andrew
of your
Taylor.
San Francisco's experience. I got a few of those too. For 17 years, I've been here.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm from Italy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
from Rome.
Fantastic.
This little town in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, my mom is like, how do you dare you say
give
that?
stuff
We're
like
the
that.
cradle of civilizations. I'm like, Mom, yes, we invented the sewage system.
That's big. That
It's
revolutionized
huge.
the world.
Now everybody has a toilet because of Romans. Yes.
You
Yes.
invented the toilet? Not, I mean,
We did. Of all the things, more like the turkey bath, whatever. There was a hole in the thing. There was a sewage system. We,
That's
baths
great.
and
That
all
way,
that.
and now, if only San Francisco would implement that system, that would be
I know,
great.
that would be
Well,
great,
they have actually a
right? They
security guard
also
for the toilet over there.
Right.
Have you seen the bathroom?
he
the
scoops
public
out
one?
every. No.
Oh yeah, right around the corner by the
I haven't.
museum.
Yeah, I haven't stopped there long enough to see what he. I think he just sits there. No, they have.
The one where you pay a quarter
yeah,
to
you-
get
you-
into.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah,
So
they
tell
do.
me-
Yes, now San Franciscan sewage
Yeah.
system is a terrible system going on there. I
Yeah,
agree.
I don't-
I agree.
Yeah, but
No, I
they
have
keep
my
those little,
sewage
they
have
keep
to
those
done.
little bathrooms clean.
It
They do a
cleans
good
itself,
job,
Yeah.
and they maintain it. They make sure there's tons of paper,
Mhm.
and they
Right.
they really take a lot of pride in that. So
I thought
somebody's doing the right thing.
Aren't they trying to they just did this contest to design a new public restroom for people? I thought they
No,
just
I
did
haven't
that.
seen it yet.
Design.
Here in San
Yeah. There's like $1 billion, $1 billion thing going on to just like, what's the next bathroom gonna be? I could be completely
Gosh,
wrong.
lost me a billion.
Billion?
A billion. No, you said billion.
I didn't
right?
keep you at bathroom.
You-
No.
No, you said billion. See, I'm
Billion?
not really. I'm jealous of a lot of rich folks, but not really.
I
jealous
used
of
to
rich
be.
folks, just jealous of my family I could have had. Yeah.
All right.
My dad
I-
was raised in a big house. I was like,
Yeah,
I
no,
wish
you
I
know.
was like that guy.
Yeah.
But you got out of the car, so you did good.
Yeah. Oh,
Look
you
at
know
you.
about? Wait. Yeah.
You mentioned
You
you lived in
mentioned
a
the
car.
car.
You mentioned like
So I mean, you got to be proud of yourself for making
so
that
if-
for making that
You
leap.
know, actually, okay.
if I
yeah,
may clearly state my position here on this show, and we're flying by the
This is
pants of
terrible
our
for me,
seats.
too.
How do you say that? But Luke, I don't fucking know you at all. I'm gonna cuss. I'm
This is
sorry.
amazing.
But like you asked me to be on the show, and you just said like 15 things about how I don't want to say tragic because your life is still youthful, I hope. But like
Thanks, man.
you just said a bunch of shit that was like what? Like San Mateo, homicide, car, sex workers, and then like you
Wow.
work at a grocery store. There's a
an
lot
empath.
going
You're an
on. So
empath.
I don't fucking know you at
You're
all.
an
Excuse me.
empath, huh?
Empath?
Yeah, that's very good.
I'm a listener. I don't know if I'm an
You're
empath.
actually very listening
Good-
because you made a
Well,
perfect
you're
chronological
It was
list
really
of all the
awkward,
things
actually.
you
You're
talked
from
about.
Rome. You
Like,
grew up
wow,
on the streets, but now
congrats.
you live in a nice house.
No, I didn't leave on the streets, honey. No.
No, you're from no.
I'm from Soma. Well, I'm from San
Soma.
Jose.
Oh,
and
what?
then
Where in
moved
San
to-
Jose?
Then moved to Soma. Then moved all over San Francisco. I'm from the Evergreen area.
Oh shit! I went to Piedmont Hills High School.
Oh, what year did you graduate?
Can we mute this part? No, I graduated in 06.
I don't want to.
They,
You want to mute that? I graduated in 99.
99?
I graduated in
Yes.
97, you guys.
What?
Yes.
Sorry, that was
no,
too close.
You're good. You're
Wow.
good. Yeah, 99. So let's mute mine. Let's edit that.
No,
Take it out.
that's cool. But you lived in the Evergreen.
Go Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates are. I love that school, and it
So next Monday is Talk Like a Pirate Day, so this is good.
is that
it?
serious?
Oh
Because
my
I'm
For
actually
real?
want to talk like a pirate throughout the show, so this is good.
You have to
I'll
come
try
dressed
it.
up too.
Yeah.
You can't just talk like a pirate. You got to go.
I'll
You
wait
have to
till
go
October
100%.
for all that.
I want to be someone's bird. I don't want to be the actual pirate. I like being the
never heard
side
that before.
characters. Yeah.
You want to sit on someone's lapping, not lap.
Yes.
That's my cat.
Oh.
You want to sit on someone's shoulder and crap on them.
Well, I mean, I'll be a polite bird. I just want to, like, yep, Luke's the man. You know, or
Actually,
say
you
something
guys,
like
my
that.
life is totally ruined. I realized I actually graduate in 87.
Oh, was it? You said 97. I love it. I love it.
Sorry. Huge change of date. Just in
you.
one decade.
What
Did
happened?
you
Oh my
graduate
God.
in Italy or here?
I
in
graduated in Rome, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Just
Is
a little
it-
parenthesis.
No, and you have children, Alessandra, right?
I have one daughter, 15
One daughter.
years old.
One
yes,
daughter.
a
How
little-
is the education?
my little devil
Oh,
in disguise?
How is the education system compare?
I don't know because I raised her right in San Francisco. She
That's
was
insane.
born on General Hospital, and she grew up in the Mission, and she go to a school where their Shakespeare standards is, "Shut up, bitch, ho."
What?
That's their sound. And she's like, "Mom, I hate those girls. I know they
Oh.
got 3 inches nails and 4 inches eyelashes, and they're all like." And I'm like, I know, but then she talked to me like that. I'm like, you see, you're getting those girls.
Well, you're Italian.
You know,
though,
they
too, so.
drip on you. I'm like, you're getting like them.
Well, that you grew up around.
Yeah.
I know, exactly. But she also grew up around a crazy Italian mom, so I hope that the two will make to a monster of no return.
Send your home. Send your
Yes.
home to the family that you
Exact-
have back home.
I know my parents live in freaking Phoenix.
Oh.
You
What
guys,
the
I don't know if
hell?
you know about
Do you have
Phoenix.
any cousins or any aunts?
I do, and I wanted to send her there. She's like, "Yeah, Mom, I would love to go to Italy."
That'd be
She talks Italian well. We've been there many times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
but
totally
she
involved
should
in
believe by at least like a month. I know, I know. That
Yeah,
would
I
be
think
awesome.
if to get the culture would be awesome for her.
Yeah.
Like I feel
Fully
like being
immersed.
from the Bay Area, like, yeah, like you have some ancestry, but it's just like, oh, you're just from the fucking Bay Area. I don't know. There's nothing like cool about it. I meet people from like Italy. I mean, it's cool from around the world, but I'm just like, maybe I'm spoiled and fucking an asshole for saying this. Can somebody else cuss on this show, please?
No, I leave that up to the guests.
But like, I don't know. I'm just here and just like, oh yeah, I'm from here, and it was like great. And it's like, oh, I'm from Turkey, and had to fucking.
Well, that only happen if you are from here and the other person is not, whichever here it is.
I think I'm
Because
just-
trust me, people from Turkey.
yeah.
When they
Oh, I
have
didn't
someone
know.
who is not from Turkey, they're like, "Oh my God, what's going on here?" It's like, "Oh, someone is not from Turkey." Everybody in Turkey was born and raised in Turkey, so Italy too. Beside all the people that's now moving there, but that's not the point. The point is, everywhere you go, there you are.
Right.
All right, my cheap,
piece of you all
cheap
over.
philosophy. Oh my goodness.
You've got a thizzle dance. You
Oh,
you
no.
don't you haven't really gotten the you've been here. Like,
Thizzle
you haven't
dan-
really gotten
I-
San Francisco is an awesome city. If I'm from Rome and I'm like, "Oh my God, you live in San Francisco," oh my God, I'll melt.
Yeah. What
Like
does
the
that
witch
mean?
of
You
the
could
West.
talk about sativas? Like, I don't get it.
No, oh
Yeah.
my God, San Francisco, the summer of love.
Okay, all right.
What else? Alcatraz. I mean, there's,
Alcatraz.
you know, the
There's a-
whole the
okay, there are-
1920s and 30s, so the earthquake.
Here-
I mean, there's
okay.
so much stuff to talk about.
I think I'm just.
I
We
think
don't
there's-
just
Yeah,
see.
the
I didn't
Golden
see
Gate
the one that I
Bridge,
could
all
talk
of it.
about in Rome. I could not see the amount of amazingness I was coming from. That when I came here, people were like, "Oh my God," and I'm like, "Really? Oh, let me check it out." Yeah, actually, yeah. And I studied that all in the history and art history for about 8 years. I should know better where I come from. But I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
take it in consideration or take it for granted completely. In fact, once I came here and people are like, I'm like, why? They're like, why? Do you know where you come from? I'm like, yeah,
Wrong.
immediately,
Wrong.
hey,
I
whatever.
think I'm just a
Well, and
spoiled
you-
like,
brat.
they're like,
Also, you have generations that have
Of
passed
Roman-
things onto you, so you're able to kind of keep the story going and growing.
yeah,
as you were
but
going.
once you come here, you're like, yeah, whatever.
No, it's a beautiful thing that you have. You know, a lot of us here are kind of just thrown into a suburban lifestyle, and
Yeah.
we're not really given the opportunity to go back as far as we want because our ancestors, our family, our lineage, our bloodlines haven't really followed us up until this point. So what you have is a beautiful thing. That's why people get super excited.
But we take it for
because-
granted.
And
And
that's-
only
yeah.
coming
Big
here made me realize
What you have,
what
right?
I had. And then once I'm here now for all those years, I've been in total 25 something years in the United States.
Yeah.
I realize now also the amazing cultural background that United States has, which I also took for granted when I first here, because in Italy, no, in
Oh,
Italy,
our
everything that
cultural
is not
background's very
1,000
interesting.
years old, it's like a complete contemporary shit. It's like, oh, it's not 1,000 years old. Oh, whatever. We don't even take it in consideration. So United States for me was like way too young, way too like, but there's a mass of history and also an incredible amount of like role modeling in a way. Maybe you call it capitalism, call it whatever.
What do you mean, like pop
for the rest
culture?
of the world? United States has been a huge modeling for the rest of
Well,
the
like
world
China,
in a negative
China
way.
took our
China,
took-
it's
China
the
took
next
our
10
idea
years,
and,
but
you know,
the
look what they
last
did
10
with
years,
it,
but
you know?
United
For
States
the
for the
best.
past like
But
100
very
years.
eye-opening.
You guys
Yeah.
don't see what United States have done to the rest
think
of
we're
the
the
world.
best,
I'm
but-
sorry, but you should see it.
That's amazing.
I sh-
It's
yeah.
been one of the biggest influence in the world. It's been through Hollywood and American products, and Walt Disney has been the biggest #1 influence in the rest of the world, but huge. I'm not even talking like
That's
little.
terrifying.
It's terrifying, but
Yeah.
yes, you guys, it's,
it's the
real.
truth.
It's
Yeah.
real. It's the
Yeah, I can't
truth.
diss Walt Disney.
And I can only tell you this from a perspective of an immigrant that have known 28 years of influence from America and then came to live here.
And see, this is
And be
the,
like,
and this is the
wow.
problem is that we're just here. We don't even realize like how much of an influence we are, and like
Exactly.
the things that we do actually like makes a difference in the world that it does. I mean, I have a pretty good idea because you know China and Europe and all the things that they've done, you know, because of our culture and our music and our lifestyle. But to know like the true history of it, never really studied it. You know, so
Right.
we're
Maybe.
you know we are like we're an amazing force.
An
And
amazing
a lot of people
force,
have
yeah.
taken what we. I mean, you look at social media, you look at everything. It's all like
Everything is
influenced.
made specifically
Yeah.
in the state
and you look
of
at other-
California.
Yeah, and you look
like,
at
I mean, can you guys
everybody's
imagine? We're
style,
right
everything.
here.
Being
We're
from
right here.
California,
Hello.
Well,
So I don't want to be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it is true.
It's
We're
like
right
here
here.
in general, or I mean, U.S. We are a lot privileged compared to other places, but social
It's not even
media,
about print.
I have really realized like we suck, man. Like,
Yeah, we
like,
suck
when I
now.
go on social
Of course,
media and
China's
something
gonna
happens,
come
it's like,
with the
it's like,
next thing,
I
like the
will
social
look at something
credits.
and I'll be like,
Let's talk about
why
that.
is this political? Like, I saw something recently, like someone said a Nextdoor website. This site sucks.
Next door is
They will
terrible.
What
say-
about Nextdoor?
Nextdoor,
It's
the
a great
company?
website. I love Nextdoor.
That website thing.
It's like
Yeah,
the
it's an
Facebook
app.
for like
Yeah, it's a
neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I saw recently. This guy said, "Well, thanks to the people that don't believe in global warming, we'll have plenty of air conditioning." I guess they're saying because people that don't believe won't turn on AC. Which, if you're just hot, you'll turn it on. But like next thing you know, there's like liberal and conservative, and then vegan and non-vegan. It's like blaming it on the vegans. It's like, whoa, like how did it become all this instead of just common sense within your own mind?
Americans?
I
Oh,
think-
well, like, yeah, go ahead.
I just think the access to information kind of gave everyone an opinion. And
Yeah.
I mean, the access to a voice even gave everyone an opinion, for good or for
But
bad.
also the
We're
bound
just
of
still kind of
confusion.
young for society, for everyone to have a voice, and kind of like you have to voice like with like getting the I fucking hate that I'm bringing this up because I don't want to talk about it. But like it's like there was wars between going like getting a vaccine and not getting a vaccine.
Oh
it's like
my,
it was
yes.
fucking divisive, and it's like
pretty strong on this one.
and it was like if
I
you
don't
didn't
want to talk about it. I don't want to be
Okay,
canceled.
and it was like I don't want to talk about
Banned
it either.
for life.
But it's like if you didn't have a
Every
voice,
Bay
like,
Area local public place.
So now
dude,
that
it's
it's
like 2 years ago you didn't have a voice in that.
Well, now that
Like-
it's kind of, I mean, it's been a while. I can definitely say seeing the ashes of the whole situation.
No, there's no ashes. There's normalization. We
Well,
got normalized
normalization.
about being
Yeah.
divided, and now it's a normal thing.
Well-
It's a new normal. Oh, we're all divided. There's those villains and these other people. We're the good ones, but we're the villain for them.
Yeah.
But we're not. Oh my God,
like a
we're
pretty-
definitely
It is
not.
such
We're
a
the
weird
best.
separation because,
It's fucked.
like,
Yeah.
I have no
Very pivotal
Like,
time in like
get the
with
vaccination
vaccines.
or because you brought up the vaccination.
I hate it. I'm sorry.
Vaccination
to
is
our
one of
listeners
the
and our beautiful
topics that
watchers
got
on
us
Instagram.
Why
divided.
did that become so political? Get it or don't get
Well,
it?
we're just like
Because
following
it's-
whatever is needed to
it's-
be grabbed out
I'm
of
so
us
sorry.
brain. Because
find-
we're like, don't you see that the media is kind of controlling
No,
all of our
sorry,
emotional
sorry, you're good,
states?
man. I
Like
meant
we're
to
so
just point
sad
at you
and
for
angry,
fun
and
of
the
it.
media is like, oh really?
I-
Okay, let me grab more of that sadness and anger and divide you guys even more.
I mean, that's how all of marketing capitalism works. It
Yeah,
was just
of course.
the whole
They
world
did
was
studies
experiencing
of this.
that.
It's not like just trying out. Oh my God, they actually studies how people react to a certain amount of conditioning over time.
I can't
And of
lie,
course,
yeah.
it's not bullshit. They just know what they're doing very well, down to the T.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you think
No.
it's like, oh, they're just no.
I
No.
agree.
Everything is
I've-
well.
I always
Done.
feel like there are definitely strings behind the scenes going on.
Of
To
course.
some extent, even if it wasn't at the conceptual level. Am I saying that right? But it's definitely with the outcome. There's going to be some things happening.
It's weird because it's like I don't know why it became a political thing. It did seem like more if you're anti, I think it was a thing to make people fight each other because I felt like it's weird. Okay, so I've had people that were anti-mask, anti-vax,
Yeah.
and then, but at certain times I'd be like, bro, because then it makes me judge. You
Are
if
we
you're-
talking about COVID now?
Well,
Yeah, that's what
Now
it
we're
is.
talking about COVID.
Well,
all right.
We're talking
I don't
about.
even remember the
we're
origin
talking
of
about
this
things that
idea.
were
How
instilled
we-
during COVID, and like well, I'm talking about people, I guess, because like how it seemed like. Well, okay, during COVID, it seemed like people wanted to join things. So I feel
Well,
like
yeah,
that's
it
how
was,
people
we're in
became
this
followers.
together.
Because I don't care what you do, but I will judge you if you're going a certain way, and then I'm like, wait, what happened? I thought you believed in a certain thing. Because I would see people that are like, mask, no, anti-mask, and they would actually protest. They would go in the Trader Joe's.
Oh, there
specifically,
were people
and they were
going
like-
into Trader
they would-
Joe's.
but the thing is,
Yeah.
they would go in with a mask, and then they would tear like I'm like.
Then
bro,
they would tear it off.
Yeah, I'm like,
while
bro,
they're
you-
inside?
Oh, it was
You
like
own
huge.
a
Yeah, they
mask.
were like.
The
I
fact
think,
that you
like,
own a mask just makes me feel like you're dumb. I mean, okay.
I mean,
Wait,
if you-
wait,
okay.
why would they be dumb for owning the mask?
Well, no.
Because they're ripping it off
Well,
when
my
they get
thing is-
inside?
No, they were like
no.
That would be the only
So
reason
because
for
they're
being
wearing
dumb.
it, and
Yeah,
then they
and
rip
then-
it off.
yeah.
So that was
Yeah,
like a dumb
yeah.
act on
Well,
for you.
on
Okay.
I
a
think it
mask,
was like
that's
a
fine,
statement.
because I didn't
Piece
wear it all
stripping
over
on.
the place.
Yeah.
But I still, there's certain times where I was like, dude, it's still,
There were
I had-
times
I
in
had
which it
certain
was
characters.
obligatory. I wouldn't
So-
believe
so
you
it
going
made it
around
fun.
without
Oh,
it.
I had
Okay.
certain character masks, but I'm like,
Okay.
if you're that strongly anti,
Why
then-
even go
then
with
you
it?
shouldn't even. Why go in with one?
Got
period?
it.
Go everything
'Cause
online or
I think
the
it
thing
was
is,
like.
I would have people that believe that way
Mm-hmm.
come in my store and they would wear a mask. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I'm on the clock, so of course I'm wearing a mask. Why are you coming to my store with a mask when I'm not judging people except you, because this is what you strongly say you believe in, not wearing one. So why are you wearing one?
That's the
Gotcha.
difficult part too. Is like working at a place. Is that you're like working the front lines, and it's like if you're working for a corporation or working for a store, like whatever grocery store, it's the people that run it that are gonna say like, okay, our company policy is you wear it or you don't, and if you
Well,
have
that's
to
when you
wear it,
choose,
it's like
yeah.
you have to wear it. Like,
Yeah.
I actually admire kind of not. I don't envy at all, but I kind of admire people that are able to comply
mhm.
mindlessly, or maybe it's not mindlessly. It's just like they have to comply with
Yeah.
the rules of their job and
Right.
wear the mask all day. I mean, it's been so hot lately. I'm like, wow. Those people are heroes. They're like actually wearing the mask all day long.
I have to
They-
wear a mask at my
I
job.
know, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Congratulations.
I was considered
Really?
I was considered somebody
proud.
for a little bit. That was amazing. Free lunch, and they gave me a raise for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It's like, wow.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
you were going to wear the mask for that?
Well, you know what? I didn't see a problem
Good question.
because, like, I'm at work,
Like,
whether I feel like.
where you?
Well, my thing
Is that the thing that really got you to?
a couple bucks.
It's like, okay, I'll wear the mask, but I'm getting free lunch, free snacks.
Yeah, I mean, well, honestly, I
s-
did feel like
yeah.
they're paying me a little more, so I felt
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, okay, you guys are kind of paying me to wear it, so.
Yeah.
I mean, but
But also,
Well, isn't that?
if
oh,
I'm that
sorry.
much
No.
against, then I won't wear. But
I was
yeah.
gonna say, isn't that really what it comes down to, though? It's that either you wear this or you go find somewhere else to work that sucks, or you go get out in the world and have to, get
Yeah.
on an Uber
Life
or
work,
like a
right.
little one of those scooters. Remember, you had like those razors,
Yeah,
and do
lot-
food deliveries on that because you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have a license, you don't have your life
Well, I
together,
miss those.
but
Right.
you're gonna be super like against the man and not wear a mask to stand for your rights,
So-
and then you're putting your life in even more jeopardy to work a job that sucks, make less money, fall behind in your bills, do all of this stuff, and then
Or
you're
you
like,
become a drug dealer.
or you could become one
you
of
could
the
become-
That was a
or one
joke.
of the ladies.
one of
on
the ladies
Polk.
approaching Luke on Polk.
I mean, you got
Yeah.
options out there.
If
but-
Luke's on the street, people are in business.
I get it,
well,
of
I'm
course.
just saying, there's options out there, but do you really want to put
There's
yourself in
options out there.
jeopardy
Nah, you ain't nothing
because
for
you
me.
just don't want to wear a mask and protect yourself and protect others?
I
Like,
mean,
really
Yeah.
think about what
Well, I
what
mean,
you're
I'm
losing
kind of happy.
here.
I've always been so passive and just like,
You go
okay,
with
I'll
that.
wear. Oh man, okay.
Right.
What's the bit? I don't care.
Well,
Right.
You know,
I do
like,
admit that I couldn't wear the regular ones. Like if they said you
Uh-huh.
have to wear the surgical ones, I'm like,
Right.
do I look like a doctor to you? I'm
You
outta
do.
here.
Well, you do have to make adjustments here and
hospital,
there,
Luke and
but
Laura. Yeah.
to keep the benefits of free lunch and health
I mean,
benefits,
yeah.
wear the mask.
I mean, I knew
had
someone
my
that
own
worked-
mask, so
Mm-hmm.
I accommodated. I was like, you know what? No, give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went home. I got a mask, and I had one. So I had to order some more because I only had one unique one.
Mm-hmm.
And I made myself kind of cool for a little bit. How
You made it yours.
I actually had one that said "F this mask."
Mm-hmm.
I messed up because every time I wore a mask, it felt like I was wearing headphones. And when you wear headphones, you're like in a different world.
Make your way.
And so, like, I made a
Right.
lot of audible noises.
You know, you guys, the kids that wore the mask for 2 years in
Because
school.
you thought-
I know our kids. You guys don't know.
That's
No,
child
you guys have no idea what the mask did to our future
That's
generation.
child abuse.
Can I please tell you
Yeah.
what it did to our future generation? My daughter, her friends, and everybody their age, when the mask mandate went off, and they're like, "Oh my God, Mom!" I mean, this became a huge issue. "Oh my God, Mom! I have to go to school now, and don't need to wear my mask, and they're gonna see my real face, Mom."
That's a trip.
What about if they don't like me?
Oh, what?
What if
This
they're
is
gonna
one of
hate
the
me?
things
I'm
that
like,
we
oh
need
my
to
God,
think
what the
about
fuck
kids.
cares?
I
Who
thought
cares?
kids were really
That
upset
was
with the fact
so
that they were not
no.
with their friends.
No,
but
no,
I didn't
no,
even
no.
think about
No,
The
it's
that
psychological
opposite.
effects
I
I've seen.
who I am now.
That's
If
my
they're gonna
son.
really
Yeah.
see me, I'm like, oh, so
That's-
what?
that's
That was
scary.
terrorizing. Her friend came to me, my daughter's best friend. Oh my God, Alessandra, I'm gonna go to school. And what if they don't like my big nose and my bucky
Yeah, I hated
cheeks?
this-
I'm
I
like,
hated this.
you look gorgeous. You're
Oh, geez.
beautiful.
I
Are you
hated this
kidding?
for the kids. and
Dude,
I
That's
was
that's
your
like,
thinking, like,
signature. And they're
teenagers-
like, yeah, but nobody ever saw this.
So I would go
Oh
play
my
basketball during the
God, what
pandemic.
have you guys done to our poor kids?
I would go to the park during the pandemic, and I work at a store, so a lot of parents see me and the kids see me, and it was weird. I walked by the school and this kid ran over to me, but a bunch of kids ran over because they were his friends too, and they called my name, and I was nervous because what's going on? There's all these masked kids coming over me. I can't identify that kid. So this could be creepy.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
I'm
anything.
sorry,
But they-
just laughing because
so
I was
then you
thinking
turn
about
it
the
down
hot ladies that were
Yeah, I was
down for
really
a
trying
second.
not to make a sex joke with the kids running over.
Yeah, just all
You're
of
a
sudden
busy
about
person,
He
ladies.
took it
Luke.
down for a second, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know you.
Okay.
You scared the hell out of me."
Oh.
Are you ready to
But
tell us
hey,
why you're
what's
not
up?
allowed in produce? I'm just kidding.
Why you don't like produce? I think it's one
Yeah.
of those. I think
I
he doesn't
actually
really
like
care
produce.
for
They
produce.
just don't want me there.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
they
I'm
don't.
sorry. I'm
It was
like-
one day, and no, actually, it wasn't even.
So
one
I
day.
wear
Melons.
I wear a mask at work, and it's like all of his coworkers wear it, and so like when we are on break or whatever, we take off our masks, and I'm still like I look at people's mouths like holy shit, it's new. Like I very rarely see their full face. And teenagers already go through this, like, their body's changing, like, am I pretty, am I not, am I cool, do I smoke cigarettes? That was my life. But, like, and I can only imagine that it's, like, there's, like, another notch now, because it's, like, I don't have this mask on, my headphones are off, I
Oh.
listen to the world, like,
It's huge.
I
I
don't even know
only
my
understood
body.
how big
Yeah.
it was by listening to their complaints and seeing what struggle they're going through, like real struggle.
Did you
Like-
find a hotline or anything for them, for the kids to go call
No,
or to
but
go
I ju-
online and get some support?
Nah, they will find their ways because they're TikToked.
oh,
TikToked, whatever.
this is the new...
Tells
trying
them
out that TikTok.
everything.
I wanna. I don't.
It's
So,
like, Mom,
like-
don't worry about that. I
I
already
don't
said it
wanna
on
work. I wanna
TikTok.
get
I'm like,
paid, so I've
whatever.
been trying out that TikTok. Like, I've been going live, and then I find out some people actually say, "This is my job." I was like, "Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
This is
Oh,
your
are you
job?
kidding? Like back in the day,
I need 1,000
YouTubers.
followers.
Yeah.
YouTubers
So,
were a thing.
what are you
They
doing
made
with-
hundreds of thousands every
Oh,
year
about
by
dang,
being
a
YouTuber.
thousand?
Now
I mean,
it's
they're...
TikTokers.
I think...
Oh, no, go
And
ahead,
there's
go
still
Yeah.
YouTubers. of
I mean,
course.
I've seen YouTubers that have repurposed their old videos for TikToks and just
Of
re-edit
course.
them and just
Yeah.
like your
The YouTubers
your
are like
content gets recycled.
the old computers guys back in the day when the new
Yeah.
computer came out.
So thanks
Well,
to
speaking-
Paul.
Same
Yeah,
kind
well,
of
speaking
like
of
on the YouTube
YouTube,
now.
check it out. Free Spirit
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs. Go ahead and
Right.
check that out.
yeah,
Get some
free spirit
meditation.
entrepreneurs. Thank you for
your
listening to
meditation.
What's Happening with Luke. What's the name of the show? Thank you
we're
for
trying to-
listening to What's Happening
get-
with Luke. Tune in to
I work on
what's
a lot of
the
hostility.
entrepreneur.
What is happening?
I'm sorry.
We
I'm a bad
went
host.
And you
from
haven't
San
had
Francisco
any.
problems
You're
to
the
personal
couples
I'm,
with
life.
but, I'm not
going on
kids.
here?
I
No, no.
stopped drinking.
I only
No.
like
I
when-
still
I'm sober.
drink
What time did you
and
get up?
I only like
I
when-
don't
Alcohol.
care.
So when we
I
have-
stopped
What time
becoming
did you wake
sober.
up?
when we
I
have
woke
a
up
full
at
room of
6:30 in
people,
the morning.
Okay, so
Oh,
yeah,
I like
you're
when
running.
two
You're
people
probably
drink.
running a little low
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna be up until
going
2
towards-
o'clock. I'm shooting
this is going
a
towards
video
Andrew right
after
here.
after this.
So,
Mm.
all right.
Yeah.
Gosh,
So
Where
are we still
all right,
on?
and this is-
Yeah,
I
we
just
are.
recently
wrapped
became
up.
sober, by the way.
Why don't we take a brief break?
And
No.
stop
you.
also
This is
being
you.
I'm trying to
I
announce
also
this.
stopped being
No,
sober.
we're not going.
Can I
Okay.
have some
we
more of
taking a
that
break?
wine?
Should we
No,
talk
great,
about
go
our?
ahead.
I guess
So,
this is your show, Luke. Take it
why
away.
why don't you drink?
Why don't I drink? It's not quarter pointed, that's for sure.
there's more wine.
It was. I found myself relying on alcohol quite a bit to handle stress. I graduated in '06. You could do the math. I've been drinking for half of my life, and it's just like it got to a point to where it was everything. For a long time, it was everything I did. Like when I was younger, like 20s or whatever, it was like I was having fun, hanging out with friends. And then I just developed these habits that I didn't realize, to where I was just like drinking alone a lot. Like I definitely had an issue. I have an issue, but like I would drink before going out, leave early to go home and drink and watch cartoons or movies, and just it just became. I mean, I don't know how to sum it
Well,
up.
keep going. We're gonna
You could tune into my podcast. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know how to sum it up, but like I was just drinking a lot, and it just became everything I did.
I think what happens is when you're in your 20s, you find that freedom.
Yeah.
And you are having fun with the alcohol. It makes you social. It makes you more. I have to say, I used to have a sip of vodka, and it would brighten me up.
Totally.
Like my skin would look amazing. I'd be so attractive when I had a sip of vodka.
Yeah.
In my 20s. Now I'm like, ah. It's
Drying
not so
up.
much. Yeah, not so much. But it was something that really kind of pulled us in, and it had a hold on us. And when we get older, we kind of just rely on it, and it comforts us in its own way. So
You know,
I think in your 20s you have a really good relationship with
Alright.
it, but you
Yeah.
don't learn.
It's
to
super-
Turn it, you don't realize you need to turn it into more of a social thing.
Totally
rather
social,
Than a
very, very
personal.
normalized.
I totally agree with
Yeah.
you because I passed out twice big time with wine.
Ah, good. So
Passed out like coma completely for like hours.
Oh.
you wait. Did
And
you say
people,
coma?
you know, coma, complete
Oh,
coma.
right. Did you
Like,
drink
Did you
complete,
fall
a
asleep?
bottle or two bottles?
like several bottles, but anyway, I stopped.
gonna
I
say
never
not one
drank
bottle.
Yeah.
anymore, and that was I wasn't even a drinker. I just did it as a fun party thing,
Right, but
but I
that's-
didn't know how to do
You
it.
learned your.
that
you
was
learned
the-
your
I learned my
lesson.
lesson. Now I
glass.
drink.
So Andrew, how do you
Yeah,
I
a glass
drink.
here and
Yeah,
there.
like
how do you feel if I was you're like drink? How do you when people like seems
I
like
tell you to find another host.
wow,
I tell you to
this is
find another
amazing.
guest for your show.
No,
if
no,
you're
Good for
gonna
you.
tell me to drink.
Good for you. Stand,
I'm going
stand
on-
your
It's so
ground.
hostile here.
I'm gonna go to a different radio show
no,
if you're gonna tell me to drink.
But no, I actually.
Who's recording next door? Are they doing the
That's
sex show
awesome.
next
Actually,
door?
I like.
Every
okay.
Tuesdays
No,
at
I
7
like it,
o'clock
yeah.
here on
But you, Luke, and you
edstudiosonline.com.
also don't drink anymore. You're also
I just
sober.
I just had a couple.
You
wines.
just had a cup. Okay.
just had-
But that's
No, you
okay.
don't. Okay.
One cup is
Sorry.
fine.
Yeah.
I just had 2 cups
Sorry.
of wine. You don't drink.
I-
them.
You
No,
have-
okay, so I've
I just
worked
put some
in.
in.
Oh, you just.
Oh, you.
Okay.
I
I
It's all
can't
you.
taste. I can't taste whatever.
Keep on tasting. It's in there.
There's something there.
You're-
I did put 2 drops.
We're-
You keep on tasting.
We're the
You can't-
drinkers. This is for Andrew
You
here.
can't
Right
taste
there.
it, but I could hear it. That's-
See, no, we
All
don't.
right, that's good.
Unless you have a problem, we don't. So we need 2 drinkers and everyone else non-drinkers. That way we could have this real study here.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice
I-
and balanced.
How do you,
I think
so
it's
Andrew,
time for a smoke, like
Andrew.
a real good
Dude, I
San
used to work
Francisco
in a place-
marijuana smoke that
Yeah.
I don't
How's,
have.
how's
but
this?
I'm
So
probably
you don't
going
do
to
the
find.
pot either.
You do.
Do you do the pot? Who says do the pot? Are you a like a?
Sorry, guys. Gotta keep things in perspective
pot.
over here.
You're coming at me like a religious aunt. Like,
No,
you're asking if I do
was
the pot.
What was that? The first or second show? That was the first show, right? I had my pastor on.
Yes, I do a little bit of pot.
You do the pot.
I smoke a little.
You do a little bit.
I
Oh
like
of
to
my
call
God!
it dope.
What did you do?
Reefer.
What do you do, Andrew? Tell
The
us
dope, the
our
reefer.
drug of
Yeah,
choice.
did
you
Tell
do
us,
the
Andrew.
reefer? Did you do
What
the
is your
reefer
drug of
business?
choice? What keeps you alive?
The art of entertaining.
Is that it?
Tune in
You
every
suck.
Monday at
So-
4.
so
Oh
I
my
have-
God! You're not even cheating.
So I have
Oh
a-
my God! You
This
really?
is so hard.
So
to
the
keep
thing
up.
is, like,
on.
so the thing is, I, you know, if someone has an issue with something, I love that they don't do it, you know, because I will go on, like, I could drink or something, but still go on someone's post, say congratulations for being sober because you saw an issue. But
Yeah.
I noticed with people that stop, you must have been around some surroundings still with people that do either the pot or the
Yeah.
hopefully not the meth.
But also,
meth.
Man,
No.
what's man? Are you guys
wait, no,
kidding?
no,
we
no,
don't
wait,
talk
let's go
of
down
the
there.
Voldemort
Yeah, no,
word
let's not go down that
ever.
word.
We don't say the unspeakable word
I'm just saying.
ever.
I'm
We
just
don't
saying-
even mention it.
I'm just saying.
Slightly far away.
Okay.
Stop. Shh. Sit.
I'm saying-
No, he's not.
I'm
Marijuana,
sorry,
alcohol.
I'm
There
Okay,
you
good.
go.
I
There
can't
you go.
MDMA.
I'm just
Okay,
going for the
great.
drinking of the.
Awesome.
If
Wait,
we
she's
can't-
gonna say meth again.
if
I'm
we
just
can't
going for
talk
the
about it,
drinking
then
of-
I can't share
I'm just
half
going
my
for the
story.
drinking
Oh,
of
come
the
on.
pot. And the
Seriously,
thing is,
no, really.
I notice because people are around that certain surroundings, I feel like I would be annoyed by their friends, and I would still drink myself.
It's
But-
kind of
but
new
the thing
for
is,
me.
like, I feel like even though you announce, like, hey, I don't do this anymore. I'm just doing it for, I don't feel right doing this anymore, or maybe you got addiction. But just the fact that you yourself don't feel it's good for you to do a certain thing more should be enough. But I know people's friends around them will be like, hey, have a drink. Why don't
Oh, that's
you?
why I'm alone all the time.
Why don't you drink or do
I'm
the
not
right?
pot
Okay, yeah,
anymore?
yeah, yeah.
They will-
17 anymore.
they
I'm
will
not, I don't
seem
hang
to
out
get-
with 23-year-olds.
They
I
will
don't
seem
mean to be
get really
ageist or
riled
sound
up.
ageist.
Like
it just-
you need to do the drink.
Well, what are those people giving to
Or
you
the
in
pot,
your
the
life?
pot.
Yeah.
Are they helping you
Yeah,
grow?
can
Are they
we
giving you
end?
anything?
Monique
Because
with
if
the
they're
wisdom.
Yeah,
That's
it's
real.
like I don't need.
what's the
that.
point? If those are your friends, you need new friends.
Even
They need to
if-
I know.
I-
if your
even-
friends only need you to be stoned with
Like,
them,
okay,
what kind of
like-
a friends? But that's what all my friends are
even
for.
if I
That's all what my friends are for.
Even someone
And so now I have no friends because I'm trying to be sober, trying while
Okay, so
drinking
you
a
know
thing.
you have
even
your
if
friends.
I'm somebody that
Very hard.
does the drinking, or even maybe someone that I'm not totally against the doing the pot. I will still I will still not want to be around that person because you are just like, it's a buzzkill because you're like, hey, the drink, I'll you have a drink. Like, bro, no, I don't drink because look at you.
I mean,
You know?
no, that's
saying,
not.
and I'm pointing at Jim Morrison for some reason.
I don't not
I don't
drink
know
because
why.
of other people. If you want to drink, drink. Dude.
Do it for yourself.
Do it for yourself. I don't want to judge you.
Celebrations,
Yeah.
small gatherings, a business meeting.
And
like
I
a little
honestly-
something, yeah, that's totally fine. But we're not here to get obliterated and lose our stuff.
One of the most difficult things about not drinking is going to things like that and saying like, "Oh no, I'm good," and then
You do get some stares.
yeah, and now
right?
it's like because before I was like the one like let's take some shots, and then not even like I'm in a music video, but just like I like to drink, you know.
Right, yeah.
But and so now it's like I'm in this setting to where it's like, okay, let's have a drink or let's go out for drinks. I'm just like, okay, I'll take a lemon lime soda
Right.
or I'll take one of these bubblies.
That's my life. I went out a
yeah.
couple of weeks ago and everybody's offering me all this stuff, and I said no, thank you, no, thank you. They're like, what do you do now?
It's
I'm
super
like,
normalized
I
to
just
drink.
have I just have a
hanging
little
out,
bubbly,
yeah.
and I'm just here to be with you. I'm not here for the
Right.
party favors. I'm
And
here
it's-
as a
you
friend.
You came
to
from
you.
me? What a loser.
Yeah.
I mean,
I came for you today. That's exactly how
what's
I
up
feel.
with people? Like,
Yeah.
do you?
No, that's the
Yeah.
big. Yeah, it's a cultural
Just
thing.
don't downgrade
to just,
yourself, please.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how you feel like doing this and you're healthy with it, okay. But if you're not, then stop it. 'Cause
You're
I
gonna
don't
say
even
something
wanna-
about the culture of drinking, how it's like kind of ingrained in us to run after, chase the what is it? Chase
The
the
dragon.
wind or chase the dream or chase
Yeah.
the smoke or whatever.
Yeah, you should.
And-
I can hear you crunching on the mic
Mm.
here.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I need headphones.
no.
Okay, yeah, go.
So,
It's good to know.
yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Now I forget. Yeah.
Dude, was that
I mean, it was like it's super normalized to just drink, and even like I'm still like tuned that way to where like when I hear Alessandro talking about passing out after a few bottles of wine, I think it's funny or
Yeah,
entertaining
story.
instead of like holy shit, did you get
story.
hospitalized or
Yeah.
like what
No,
like.
no, no. I'll tell you the story. I was at a
What's next?
punk concert
And see, that's fucking
with my
awesome.
punk
Oh.
friends,
Yeah.
and I was 16 in Rome, Italy, and I was listening to punk music in 1986. Fuck off! It was the best time ever.
It's probably
All right,
drinking
that's it.
good
That's my
Roman
story.
wine.
Yeah, more you can. It's
All
okay.
right.
Do you remember?
Sometimes.
What? Oh yeah, it's
I didn't
cool.
want to say have to take a shit on the air.
You just did.
You just did.
No, I'm just. I need a
Shame
quick
on
break.
you.
It's cool. Like
Imagine someone is eating their dinner
See, this-
while the airing
Oh,
is
he-
going on,
his
and they have to
hands
hear to your
No.
shitting
He's human.
experience.
Just like
Well,
us.
we could. Yeah, you gotta go to. You
No, I
know
don't
where it
have
is? You know where the potty is?
Yeah, I know where the potty is.
The potty.
Yeah,
Oh my God, we got a
potty.
potty here.
No,
We
you
got
go,
a
man.
very
You
state-of-the-art
just- are you
state,
gonna come back?
a
Are you
radio
gonna come back?
station
Yeah, I'm gonna
here,
come
you
back.
guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Good, 'cause
This
I got
is
a little worried. You told me.
It has a
Come back.
potty,
Fucked
by
up
the
if I
way.
just walked out. No, the
This
thing with,
is,
like, peer pressure, with peer pressure, and if
what's the
like
name
say
of the
people
show?
were like, just
really
drink,
happening?
just drink, just drink.
What's really happening? Yes, you're listening to what's really happening. You guys keep talking.
Take it out.
No, we need a person to use it. Go to the bathroom. No, I'm.
We got some poopy break over here. Thank you guys for listening. What's really happening with Paul Brombach and Luke Sour? He's very sour. He hasn't shit for 3
We're not
months.
taking a break here.
We're not. We're still talking about your shitting habits.
I only.
Please go ahead and talk about
So
the whole.
last time I had Alessandra on the show, we had Daphne Dorman.
Okay.
right.
Tell me about Daphne.
Thank you for asking. Daphne was a wonderful being that, after her show with Dave Chappelle, which she did an opening for him,
Okay.
she got slammed to the core from the transgender community because
okay.
she worked with Dave Chappelle, which apparently, according to him, he hates transgender, which, that's what,
Oh,
but
jokes.
he doesn't. And it's all jokes, yes, I know. And Dave Chappelle hired her to open for him.
Okay.
She did a terrible job according to Dave, new show, but she was a great heckler back in the audience room. And she later on looked at her community, comments about her performance and why she did perform with Dave Chappelle. They literally dragged him. If you look at the latest the Dave Chappelle show, you'll understand everything what's went on.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that down to the detail until I saw his show.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, I did a lot of bad things, and she killed herself. I'm like, what is bad things? Working with someone who is amazing, who was told by the transgender community that he hates them, which is not really true. And you work for him because you're a comedian and you work with some really famous, awesome comedians.
Did she pass away?
She killed
Unfortunately, yeah.
herself because of the way the
Because
transgender
of
community dragged her down to the
Oh my
to the
gosh.
core.
So how was your guys' show with her?
It was awesome.
It was
Very
it was
memorable,
crazy
huh?
that I was actually gonna have her back on the
Yeah.
week of,
Oh.
and then I was like, what?
To talk about her experience with
yeah.
Dave, with Mr. Chappelle.
Well, I mean, she's just a great addition, and yeah, I guess to talk about her and Dave Chappelle. I mean, she was just so stoked. I saw her at it was called the Underground at the time, I believe. The Paul Bruma was hosting a comedy show there, and she was in the lineup, and we went to the bar. We're talking about. She was so happy about Dave Chappelle's situation, fam.
I mean, that's huge. Like, he still talks about it to this
you know,
day.
the thing is, like,
Yeah, he made a whole
the crazy
show
thing is,
about
like,
this whole story.
I guess I said it was all jokes. But honestly, what if these are still his views, but he's still
course it's all a
open
joke.
to everybody else? He's still open to what everybody else thinks, but these are his views. I mean, like, that's a society we live in. That it's like, if you don't believe in a certain thing, even if you are cool with those people, you get along, you just respect them, you can still be attacked.
Well, the truth is that yes, our society is whatever we see. That there's always been humans walking on the planet, and
Yeah.
each of them has a story to tell, and each story has some credibility. So yes, that's what happened with her, and it is all a joke. But etc., etc. Dot dot dot.
But she was a great person.
Yeah.
And it hit, 'cause
She
I
was
was-
the
I was-
funniest person. She was like a punchline right every sentence. She was like oh my god, every sentence was
She
like
was
a
good person.
punchline.
So that's someone you want for that community that's just embracing everybody and just cool with you, being themselves, not actually even caring to fit in with everybody.
I mean, yeah, as a person in society, I think that's great.
And
like, just
she,
to be what you are.
Yeah. Well,
she went against
we-
her
I-
community and whatever the community was set to believe, which was, oh, Dave Chappelle is bad. We don't work or like or anything with him, and if you do, you're a bad person. And she did.
I think when he
She did take an opportunity that is of a lifetime, working with an amazing comedian like Dave Chappelle as a transgender, which is actually someone that has been like taught to be hated by him. That is the most
Supposedly, yeah.
transgressive, like weird things to do, and she was dragged down the street from the whole community. And she felt so guilty about it, so guilty.
and
That's
then
I think is
that
fucked
did
up.
provoke me to have a suicide prevention show
good.
on the week after.
We did that
I had
at the Mutiny Radio, by the way, which I am mentioning.
oh, you did one over there because you have
Yeah, I did. We did.
Yeah.
I am
God,
saying
it's too bad that place sucks.
we did.
I think I did. I don't want
Yes, I don't know if you remember, but we did, and we hired a bunch of great comedians, and we had a great
The
time.
comics are usually pretty great over there.
Yeah, it was really
Unfortunately, the place
great.
sucks.
We did a great show, and
Yeah.
send the money as a donation to the family of Daphne.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that was good.
Yeah,
That
it was a
good.
great thing to do. We
yeah.
made about $90. Wasn't
Damn
much,
comedians
but
are
everything
broke.
counts.
Yeah.
It's giving.
Yeah.
I know. That was all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all acknowledging. But can we talk about you for a
me?
second? Yes, please.
already
You
talked
came
about
as a
it.
no.
We
You came
did.
as a
We're talking about all
coach.
this life stuff.
Oh,
And,
life. Oh,
Monique
yeah.
Marie.
Yeah.
Life
Yeah,
coach and
because he came
business
as a coach. And,
Yes.
and say his name again.
Monique Marie.
Monique
Monique
Marie.
Marie.
Yeah.
I'm
Monique
not going to
Marie.
interview you. That will be Luke.
No, I mean, obviously, these two people need to get their life coached.
Yes.
So, I brought on Monique
Desperately.
Marie, and how does one get their life coached?
How does one get their life coach? Well, it's really like, do you want it? That's the question first.
Do you want to make change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to see a change in yourself? Are you looking for a transformation? Are you looking in the mirror and seeing one thing and thinking another? And are you being honest with yourself that that's really what you want?
Yeah.
That's
You
how.
want change.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to realize. Like, if I may speak of my experience, to like when I stopped drinking, I was just like, I don't know if I wanted any of that shit. Like, it's more like evasion for me. Like, so I didn't know who I was. So now, like, with my time in sobriety, I'm just like
You're like, aha.
really trying to figure out, like, do I really want this? More even down to the things I do, but also to the things I buy. Like, if I'm hungry, like, am I really hungry, or is it just habitually like thinking that I'm hungry? I don't know if the work extends to
No,
that.
you're good. I mean, it's a hunger that you may not even realize that you're having. Maybe it's a hunger to learn something new. Maybe it's a hunger to make a change. Maybe it's not even a hunger at all. Maybe you just
Right.
have something going on up here, and it's just triggering something that's primal, and you're going for like the easiest thing that's in your frontal cortex that you'll like just go for.
Yeah, that's
So there's a lot to it. But yeah, that's basically like where you would start to get your life coached. Yeah.
So the work kind of trapped you a little bit. I feel trapped.
You feel trapped.
I,
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel
I
that
do.
way.
Well, no, not this room.
Oh, okay.
I'd be glad to get
By
trapped
work?
in with all of you. I do, and even though, people are right, you need to be positive and find your blessings, because there are blessings in there. But I remember doing this back in the day, and then here I am again, back in the supermarket, and I just feel like I have passions in life.
well. What are you
And
doing to
I
attain
feel
those?
like that's where it brings the negativity, because I just stand there all day thinking, oh man, I wish I could be doing something. I gotta be meant for something. But
Well,
One thing-
what have you found in this?
in this,
Yeah.
it'd be nice to do this more than.
Well, are you
one day a
trying
week.
to do that, or you just
That'd
think
be
like,
nice.
yeah, that'd be fun,
I
but
do
like,
feel like I'm good
it's
with
not like
bringing
that-
people together. How do y'all feel?
Yeah.
Is
yeah, this is
great.
good,
That's
but
great.
like, if you want to do that for a living, like that wish
That
isn't
would
just
be
gonna
nice.
happen. You're gonna have to fine tune and get some skills. If I may not crunch chips on the mic, like there are things you're gonna have to do to
You still
improve yourself to be, someone that people want to listen to, or whatever. I don't know the fucking process of getting paid. I'm still here.
I
But,
just
like,
I
like,
It's a process.
yeah.
It absolutely is.
I do, I feel like I should be more independent. So, like, I like delivering foods when I do the Uber Eats.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I don't know if I want to do it constantly, but I do enjoy it more than my job. Like,
You definitely have a free
Yeah.
spirit.
what?
That's-
yeah,
that's
I do.
for sure.
Dude, this
I
is
do have
you know
free
what I
spirit.
do? I was coming from the comedy scene, right? Like
Yeah,
I kind
I hear
of
that.
disappeared, like,
Oh.
and I was working clubs and shit,
Yeah.
and I stopped. I left, like, and I started. I took a night job that is like not a good idea when you're when I was doing whatever I used to be doing, because like whatever. So I took a job that changed my schedule and my availability to do what I used to be
I
doing.
hate that. Change the schedule.
I hate it, but it's also adapting to it because like I'm using that job for the job that it is, and then I'm doing my free time. Like I now run a great show and use my spare time to do what I want to be doing. On my days off, I'm here thinking that I want to be on a radio show because it's cool, it's part of the arts, part of the entertainment shit. So instead of like fucking dragging myself through mud and being like, life fucking sucks, I'll go, bust tables at fucking nighttime
So
and then use
what
my
took
days.
you to the point to like make the switch. You said, hey, I don't want to be here wasting my time. I want to be using my time to create a life that I truly see
It's still in transition into like having that actual thought all the time. Because there are times when I'm just like, well, that bridge looks nice to jump off. You know?
How
like,
long have you been in this new transition, this new job?
I moved, honestly, it's been like since, I don't know, since like the COVID times, like my life's been pretty shaken up. You know,
COVID
as
did
everybody's
do that
is.
for everybody. I think. Did you make any big transitions
That is
when COVID
crazy.
came?
I loved COVID until it started ending. Then I got ran over.
Oh,
What
yeah,
did,
well, that.
What did it make for you in a positive change?
I mean, no traffic, and I got that raise. I got that free lunch, and you know what?
See, so you like your job. If you're
wa-
using your job to get paid
There
and
was
do it.
like when people, people invite me to stuff. They're like, I'm there. You know, it was like the world was a little slowed down, and I was like, I had ravers on my show. Because I saw them at Ocean Beach, I was like, wait, I know those guys, and I had them on my show. Next thing you know, I was going to raves. I never experienced that before, and it was great. I feel like, yeah, I do feel like my skills aren't really there with what I'm doing.
Mine either.
guess.
But I'm going to shoot a video after this and fucking fine
it's on
tune
a
them.
Video.
Oh, what kind of video?
It's a promo for my show that happens the last Wednesday of every
Dude, I
month in
thought you were
downtown
quitting.
Berkeley.
Look at
7:30
you.
p.m.
Where are you
Look
shooting
at
your
you.
promo at?
I'm shooting it at the restaurant Revival Bar and Kitchen in downtown
Do
Berkeley.
you need extras?
Oh, nice.
I do need extras today and tomorrow,
okay.
actually.
You,
hell
what,
yeah.
you need people just in the background, just having a drink.
Yeah.
Just sitting
Have
there.
you ever been on a video shoot before? They're long and boring. For
I
extras.
have, and
But
I
there's
used
food.
to be a
Oh, no.
I used to manage a modeling agency.
What?
Yeah, my background's in fashion, so that's where.
Oh,
it all
I used to
started.
be a model.
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
I used to
can
have
see
to
that.
stand there while pins got put on me.
You look like the before guy, very much so.
I don't think that's what he
Before.
would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I used to work with a bunch of models, and we used to do video shoots. So yeah, I know it's very boring. But our
Yeah.
video shoots were like music videos, so girls were getting drunk and just
Oh.
losing their.
Right.
Yeah.
it was-
Sounds like
That's
when I did
yeah.
security for American Idol.
yeah.
Oh, what? Were people
Yeah.
getting? Was William Hung a drunk?
No, not. Well, I think it might have been a little bit after that, but yeah, there were. It was
Yeah.
porta potties too. It was here at the Cow Palace, and
Oh.
girls are fighting in the porta potty.
Losing it.
And I could not
things.
think to open it. Like two women, like this could be bad. So let me just wait till they get out, and hopefully they're not covered in feces, and I could break this up. But like still me too. I'm not even gonna go in there and like
No, I
things
love
look
it.
bad.
I love it.
Next thing you know, you're like breaking people up, and you're like touching people. That's not good.
Yeah, things can get grabbed for sure if they're
Yeah.
like tussling. But I want to just finish up though, really about your dreams and your future and about
Yeah.
about where you feel like,
I like
your
helping people.
creativity. Uh huh.
So that's why I do not feel like I'm doing anything. When people come through my line, they say, "Oh, you're helping us get groceries. Thank you." And I do not feel like I'm really helping people because I love volunteering, and I have no real time for it. I love working.
Why
with
don't you
food.
feel like you're helping them?
Well, no, because
He wants like a
I don't
deeper
have
sense
time
of help.
for it. Because
Okay.
I used to love working in food kitchens, working food banks. Seeing what I could do to help, and it's like.
Have
you
you
know-
ever had your own business besides the Uber
When I was a
Eats?
kid, I used to have something called LRS Entertainment. I promoted in the clubs, and when I was younger, but also when I was a kid, I used to sell school supplies.
Yeah. Okay.
Like black market school supplies? Is that where you got your start?
Cigarettes.
Yeah.
Well, they say I sell stuff out of my backpack too. But
He's like the pencils from the closet.
Yeah.
probably, I used to make Walkmans with like the soldering thing and all.
You
that.
used to make Walkmans
Yeah.
and sell like
Well,
fake
see, look, this
Walkmans?
guy's an
Back in
entrepreneur.
the
He just
day,
needs to
yeah.
tap into it some more. Look at you, you're
Yeah.
so creative.
Yeah, I
you've
feel
got
so
you've got
like,
things.
awkward when people come up because it's like, "Would- like paper or plastic? Would you like a bag, sir?" Like, I don't know. I feel like I should be. Well, okay. All right. For one thing,
what
like
can you do
All right,
to
so-
help people, but besides paper
'Cause
or plastic?
also like hourly money. Like I'm waiting. Okay, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3. Has it been an hour yet? Has it been six? Like.
You're letting the clock tick down.
And like to me, I feel like I want to go out there and get that money, or at least.
Where
feel
can
like,
you go get that money? Tell me that. Where's the money at
I
for
don't
you?
know.
Because it's everywhere. Where is it at?
I don't know.
There's money in that sign. There's
I
money
mean,
in that
the
speaker.
weird thing is I'm
There's
not-
money in all three of
I'm
all
not
4 or 5 of
worried.
us.
I just feel like I felt like I should keep a job for a bit. Huh.
Uh-oh.
Dude, you need to go.
I guess
for
maybe
it.
it's the benefits, and maybe I'm getting old. You know.
How do you mind if I ask?
Oh, I'm old. 41. I'm old.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Everyone's
that's
probably
like
So
so
young.
young.
way younger than me. And
So young.
And I
It's
just-
so common of a thought for people. Like, I
Thought?
hear it all the
Right.
time where people say that I'm fucking old. It's like, I'm upset at myself for saying, like, for muting that I was born in '06. Like, I don't give a fuck about my age if I'm young or not. Like,
Okay.
you can still do whatever you want at any age. Like, there's a beautiful, talking about San Francisco, the most beautiful fucking San Francisco story. You
It
see
used to
that
be
TV
great,
show?
wasn't it?
Huh?
San Francisco used to be so great, right?
It
Make
still
it great
is.
again, homie.
It still is.
Like,
It's
have you
just
seen
made
the-
some
y-
changes?
Yeah,
That's all.
you
Make
need to
us
change
that
your life.
great
I
again.
mean, like, if you've seen that show Weeds, you heard the show Weeds. You look like a major stoner.
I got the cat claws on my keychain now. Next
I don't even
person
know what
that
the
tries
fuck
to
that
rob
is.
me, they ain't running me over next time. Their
Have you seen the
eyeballs
show
out.
Weeds?
Great show.
Okay,
Great
you
show.
know the theme song Tiny Boxes
Yeah.
from the show Weeds.
Like
The
going
person
Tiny
that
Box.
sang that song is a San Francisco native woman,
Hmm.
right? She moved here. She lived in San Francisco.
Hmm.
At the age of 58, she went to San Francisco State and started studying music theory. At fucking 58 years old, she didn't let some I'm young bullshit hold her back. She went when she was 58, graduated graduated from San Francisco State, wrote that fucking song and won a Grammy. At 58 years old, and
Well,
you're
Lizzo's
complaining
from
that you're
the Bay, isn't she?
41?
I don't
Sure,
quite
time has
I
passed.
just feel like I'm old, but I ain't really complaining. Like
Time has
some-
passed, but if you're
something
gonna
comes
use
my way,
being
I'll take it.
If
like
what?
use the
If something
time.
comes your way, you said?
Or no, I'm up for some. I mean, no, I have realized life is short. I've had instances where I feel like, and throughout life, like death is coming, and I'm blessed to still be alive, and I'm blessed to still have freedom. So there's death, and there's also loss of freedom, to where I'm like, wow, life is short. Gotta appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. And you also have to start looking at if that's really where your life is, that's where you want it to stay.
Yeah, cause
10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm not going to give you that much. Let's go 2.
Yeah,
10 might be too much.
I will probably maybe still be at the same place.
Is that where you want to be in 2 years?
Yeah, you know what? I think the world's only gonna last 7.
So I think you better make some moves quick then.
Yeah, do what you want to do. Or
You know
figure
what?
out how
It's
to do
time.
it. Figure out
Growing
what
up,
you
they
want.
always said you're dumb, and why would they say I'm dumb? And they considered me Johnny Cochran of the classroom. So.
Johnny Cochran's done a lot of shit in his time.
Yeah, they always said, hey, we're in some trouble. Lou, could you talk to the teacher for us? And hey, here's this. Could you hide this for us?
Oh my gosh, I'm hearing so many things about this guy, and I can
This
write
is
you.
what-
I
this
can
is what
write you
peop-
up a whole
Yeah.
list of where you should be, but I can't do that
Yeah.
right now. But
This
I'm
is
hearing
why
it.
people approach you on the street, because you're this guy has some shit
What
to sell in
did
his
I tell
bag.
you? I told you,
Yeah.
and that's why when he
And
went
it
to
has
Nashville,
nothing
they
to do
came.
with. So I things I wrote down before we started. That I'm
Let's
ashamed,
start on that list.
I'm ashamed that
Okay.
I drove halfway here and I was like, wait, I'm not going to work. Why do I still have my same pants?
Oh.
And I forgot to say bye to the cat. I don't know what screen to go on, but I love you. I'm sorry I didn't say bye to you.
Who, Kitty?
Yeah,
Aw.
she's great.
Oh, dude, I just realized Ace is chilling.
She was there for me throughout the whole time I was in the bed rest, couldn't get up. And there was a fit pad that was in a vagina. What was it? What were we talking about? Fitbit and fit pad and vaginas. What are we talking about? Andrew, you were there. Fit pad and vagina.
I don't remember
Where are we
any.
going with this
Fitbits.
list?
Yeah, what else is on?
Explore what turned you on.
This was not me. I don't remember
were
that
there.
at all.
And you picked up this thing that said, "Have you ever milked a cow and
I just
enjoyed
picked
it?"
that paper up when we
You
right
picked it
before
up
we
and it
started
said, "Have
recording.
you ever milked a cow and enjoyed it?"
Yeah, but I don't remember any like
You
turn
did.
on shit. I
You
didn't
did,
talk
and
that with you.
It felt good.
Milking a cow?
felt good, too.
I've never milked a cow in my life.
We don't all collectively
yeah.
have the exact same dreams that night.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we
I
all have
would-
independent dreams. We all don't live through yours.
Yeah.
So, Alessandra's Italian. What's everyone's nationality here?
Fuck.
I'm American. That's where I go. I don't know. I
Yeah.
am
No,
searching my
that's-
history on
that-
Ancestry.com to find out, but
Yeah.
I am looking
Whoa,
into
we
that.
need to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, it's a tough one, cause like I was like born, Mexican family.
You don't want to talk about that though.
Cause then it just opens up a whole fucking thing.
You're ashamed
It's
of
like,
that.
Oh fuck
Are
no!
you not macho enough?
That opens
macho.
up a whole new can of
I
worms.
don't need to associate with any machismo
Macho.
bullshit that
Toxic.
other people do at all. I
So-
don't care about that at all. I fucking cry at Legally Blonde. You need me to say that I'm macho? I don't care. Like
Who cries in the shower? You cry in the shower.
I cry in the shower
And,
and outside the shower. Yeah.
Alessandra, just wow. I can't even say that.
Yeah.
No one cares about it. I can't. Why do you feel that way? And we got our life coach here. No one cares. Why do you feel that way? Like you're
Yeah.
all just the
Why do
brightest.
I care?
I care.
You're all just the brightest bulb, and no, not why you care. Well, you feel like no one cares. You said no one cares about you when you come home.
Well, that's because I have a daughter, teenager, and
Sorry to
two
hear that.
cats. And so coming back home, no one cared. But why no one cares in general? That's because we got normalized not to care.
We are so
Right.
glad your head is.
Yeah,
still
we're
here.
definitely
so glad.
very caring. Very. We notice everything.
You mean you and your
Yeah.
family?
No, all of us, humanity.
You're,
Oh, yeah.
And plus, you're Italian. That's
Well, the Italian part of me, yeah. Yeah, we're kind of like old genetic stuff,
Yeah,
like
very,
we all
yeah,
are,
you're
but
Italian.
well, at least we got the history connected to it because I was born and raised there.
yeah.
But then I never know. I never did my genetic test where I can see exactly where I come from. Maybe like,
So,
but I do have a cousin that is Mormon, and my Mormon cousin did a whole history lineage research and looked at the whole history story and looked at all of us historically and see if we like in some way or another we disconnect from Italy, and yes, some of us does. We go back to Spain, Germany, Austria. We go back to Jewish and Nazi
Jews.
at the same time.
so what
What
makes
the heck is death?
you definitely have Italian
I'm
vibes.
like, yeah, of course,
I've
but then we
always gotten
have
that.
some Jewish and Nazi thing. I'm like, why? And it's real, so it's like, oh, you have all this history of Europe connected in one genetic,
What
all the way
makes
back to the Etruscans.
what makes a real Italian?
That's what I'm saying. All the way back to the Etruscans. The Etruscans was the people that was in Rome area before the Roman took over. Those people are the real Italian. And Paul is giving us some suggestion to
Oh
say
no, I'm just
things that-
handing a comic an idea.
So
awesome. Let's do
Andrew,
some
we
idea
get to
thing.
No,
Alright.
don't use it.
Oh, I
You don't
see.
use it? I'll
Look
This
at
is
it,
funny.
don't use
Can I
it.
read it? I can
Just
read
look.
this on
Okay.
there.
Monique?
Look only.
Andrew's gonna read it.
Something
This
about
joke sure
Andrew,
throws a little jalapeno into the conversation.
Some, so you don't quite feel comfortable.
Come
with
on,
the
Andrew.
Mexican
Now you
thing.
got us all
No, I don't mind being
turned on
Mexican
by
at
this
all.
joke.
I mean,
Go ahead and say it. Come on.
This is not written by me. This is written.
It's written by Paul
There's
Brumbach.
your disclaimer.
Yes,
I don't
Paul.
want to start talking about being Mexican. You know why?
Why?
Because that opens up a whole new can of beans.
I did not know
See,
this was
look
going there.
it.
Wow.
And I didn't know if it
Frijoles.
should be beans or frijoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
So-
right. I like frijoles
Monique
better.
over here.
That-
Oh wow, you got to think about being. You're not. Oh,
No.
are you into Goya? Goya? Is that?
No, I was
Goya?
gonna make a joke about Mexican cheese joke. It's like
Crema. Yeah.
yeah. It was a
Keep it-
little
keep
tag
it
at the end.
going.
No, I'm not. Fuck no, I'm not ashamed of being Mexican.
What's that
Or-
shame to be Mexican?
Oh no, I
Besides
don't
the
know.
fact that they stole my car
Why are you
last
ashamed of
Christmas,
being
but that's a different.
Oh
deal.
yeah.
That you should be ashamed for that.
No,
Talk
it's
to
just
your-
like
Talk to your people.
the entire
we can-
country.
Okay.
Everyone in it, even the
So-
third generations.
So
But
we got
beside that.
you two are very cultured. And maybe Andrew, you're maybe a little confused.
Why do you think we're very cultured? Because we come from a different culture.
No, just
We
because,
might be like dead
honestly,
ignorant,
just because you two are talking
even
about
if
it,
we're
period.
talking about
Well,
different
Monique over here,
cultures.
he
Doesn't
you know
get
your
us.
culture, but but I'm getting a vibe that you're like DNA ancestry.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
And that's where I vibe with. Why do people care about this ancestry stuff? Like,
I mean,
you're
sometimes
just opening
it's
up a can of beans that like might frighten you, right?
well,
No, I mean, I think it's really about just knowing what you stand for. You know, it's
Where you
really
come from.
about where you come from is kind of what you stand for, like where your heart lies, the things that really make you a person, and why you are, you know, why you believe in certain things. And I feel like that's what some people, you know, why they have a little bit more of an understanding of their life and where they're going with their life, because they have that history of like all their family has put into them, and they know like what they came from. They know their strengths. I am so and so because my father was a leader in this army and he did this, and you can hear stories of like their past.
Right.
You know, and I think that's amazing. I would love to have those stories. I dream that I have dreams of the Great Zimbabwe in Africa, the Great Zimbabwe Kingdom, of being a little girl there, running around the forest area, and living within the palace, and you know that's the dream that's in my heart. So that's why I'm doing my searching with Ancestry to see if
you
like
are.
that.
I thought you were like not.
Oh
into
no,
that. You're
I'm 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
but that's why I'm doing the Ancestry, because I feel like there's something there, and then you know maybe one day I'll actually get on a plane and fly over there and see if
Do
it
it.
really touches me.
I met my dad. He was 9 years ago at a funeral, and all he had he made me feel like he had all that privilege. Like, damn it,
Oh,
because I used to get pulled over by the cops. Once it would happen, I would know. All right, bologna sandwiches for the night. Like I just would know. Spend the night. But yeah, we got pulled over, and he said, "Hold my beer, son," and his wife said, "Hold my beer," and I got my beer, so I can't hold anything anymore. The cop just looked at his license and said, "Oh, we're gonna be neighbors." I was like, "Damn, I want that. I want to get just pulled over and look at my license and go, huh, wow. You know, I live in this town too."
Yeah, I'm glad
And-
your dad
and-
gives you some.
Yeah, gosh, he was raised in a nice house. I'm like, damn. My and my mom, we just used to go house, house shopping, or window shopping, where we just look at houses and go, that's a nice house.
yeah.
That's what we used to do. But our house was our car. Used to live on the 280. It's good to see the guy still pointing, the statue. It's still there. But yeah, he also told me about there's a town over there named after a frozen penis. Like, yeah, I mean, that's stuff I like.
Okay.
I don't really understand his crying, his tears. He's like, "I love you, son," like a tear. And like, did you just squeeze your eye? How did that happen? Because you don't know me, bro. Like, how did that happen? How do you get emotional like that? I don't get it.
But I think also, you know, having that history also just gives you heart. You know, you could speak on things in a way that you probably couldn't if you don't have that kind of like supporting you in your own way. It's hard to explain, but it's definitely a beautiful thing when you have that, because you can kind of stand for something. You have like something that's been ingrained in you.
Right.
I guess the fact that I never really, I don't have any feeling. He left when I was too young to really have any kind of feelings towards him. I guess that's why I feel like, yeah, why not? Why not get to know him? I mean, I don't hate the guy. I don't love him either. When he says, "I love you," so I'm like, "Thanks, bro." All right, yeah, cool.
Listen to him.
Well, I'll
He's probably
see
got
you maybe
some,
next year.
He's probably got some good stories for you. You should listen
I
to
mean,
him.
where's he been though?
Ask him. Find out.
Exactly.
I mean, he
I
wasn't-
mean, if you're curious about it, it's
I
like
mean, I've seen the mansion he was raised in. It's like, gosh, that's nice. But he said the whole thing. You know, sometimes parents don't really get along. It's like, all right, what's it got to do with me, man? I mean,
well, you're the child.
you could you don't got to see her or spend the night in her bed.
Do
I
you
mean,
ask questions ever? Or do you just let him ramble?
We don't really talk much. I feel like he's got like a man. It's a man thing, you know. Like we don't really.
Oh, it's for the machismo. You know who you need as a guest on
Show?
episode 8?
Oh,
Your father.
guess I call. I mean, I don't know if we do call-ins here.
Or you can call him, yeah. You need a mediator?
Well, I
Get
mean,
the
I don't know,
conversation
it's-
going?
I don't know if he talks much.
Well, find out.
He actually. I think you know what. One thing is, he made me realize I shouldn't have kids. My mom always told me not to have. She always said,
Oh,
"I don't have kids."
That's big.
And she said, "You want another one of you?" And then my dad, being
yeah.
that he left when I was 1.
Yeah.
The way he left too, he called in and said, "Hey, I met someone I drank right now. Been drinking. I won't be coming home." And then I don't know why I made that sound like an accent instead of a drunk person.
It sounds
I
pretty
picked up
drunk
on
to me.
both. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I'm thinking of a drunk guy I work
Is your
with.
dad from Scotland? Where is he?
They gave him the 3
came
3
through.
a.m. shift though. Harder to get drunk on the job.
I mean, I am very
Oh,
uneducated
but,
in this realm, but I say
so
you either find out about the baggage or fucking
So
drop
I
it.
feel like he took off when I was like I know the whole situation. She was like, "Hey, I want to have a kid," and then he was like, "Yeah, sounds great." Chest all pumped up. I want to have it, and then after it happened, and he realized, what the hell is this thing? It's not fun. Because from what I hear, he played basketball with me when I wasn't even a year old, and then he went on to play football with me, and then he realized this kid sucks.
Well, you're just
He-
like, you're
This
still a
kid
noodle.
Sucks. And I'm still not very good at
You're still
football.
a goober. You're not going to be good
So
then.
he did that phone call, and then he never came back, and I realized, you know what? He didn't want a kid either. So I am proud that they made me realize not to have kids. Like, I'm this old and I've never had kids because of these people. Thank God.
Good job.
Thank God.
Yes, you should thank him.
I probably don't really hate him too much. He was like, I just think he's stupid. He's been in 3 marriages, but like, I mean, but he's still got a lot.
Well, the decision's all yours, you know? I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's your decision. They were part of it, and they probably gave you a little bit of an insight to why, but it's really your decision.
Yeah, I mean, being at your age, like, you're old enough to make your
Still.
own
Yeah, still
choices
can have kids too.
and just, like, pull away from the...
Well, yeah, you don't make
Yeah.
kids with just
I
anyone.
only have,
Yeah,
You
me
got
too.
10 kids?
yeah, 10 cats.
I have a
10
kid
plants.
and I made it with just anyone, by the way, which was not available to be the father. So I raised her by myself.
Good for you.
But I did a decent job, and
Yeah.
somebody helped me for the whole time, almost. This amazing being that is my best friend and also the father of her, not biologically, but the father. And
someone
we
took on
were
the role.
7 years together, and now we're like best friends the whole time. For 15 years, we're like
That's
totally
beautiful.
parents of her,
it.
completely.
I love it.
See,
like,
that's what's
yeah.
great about life is you could really make anything about
I
it.
know,
don't
you
have
can
to
make
stick-
anything work. It's like, fuck it. It's like, there's any rules. It's like, and now you're going to have the white picket fence type of role model. It's like,
Yeah, I'm
fuck
gonna-
that shit.
I'm gonna-
I
You're
don't
gonna
want
share
it.
this?
No.
I hate that thing. It's like, no, I want to make it my own thing. Like, me and him are like
It can be
friends.
anything
He
you
has his own thing going on. I have my own thing. We're like,
And you guys have your thing.
and we have our things with my daughter being completely, fully parenting her.
That's great. Yeah.
And he loves her so
So-
much.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about news.
I mean-
how about that beheading, huh? All right, how about that
Is it-
beheading in San Carlos?
I missed it.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
Bring us
whatever.
all-
Are we going to San? I
Bring
am
us
not
all up
going
to
to San
speed.
Carlos,
Yeah.
but I'm going home to be parent.
This is
I
good
think
because like I don't need to because no one has any views. Well, the guy he put kind of a restraining order. The guy, but kept talking to the guy.
Is this your old roommate?
No, this is San Carlos. I was down the street though, so I guess she would be Dana in the corner would be the person I was. clip.
If
and then-
anybody's still
and then-
following this
and then we,
radio station's show, there was a roommate that was detained
No, it came upon. She,
previously.
this girl put a restraining order against the guy she was seeing, a kinda. It was like a temporary thing, and then she kept on talking to the guy though, unfortunately, and he was like a toxic, macho, controlling guy, and
What are we talking about now?
she came back and he came back and lobbed her head off and threw it in the
Oh.
street.
Oh,
San Carlos Street.
that's a lot of
Look it up.
work to lob a head off.
Something we got to bring up.
What did he use?
She actually told him the day before that she's gonna expose his relationship with another dude, with being with a dude.
Well, now the news is out, buddy.
Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah. What like how can we prevent women from being in these toxic relationships?
I mean, what I would think is to
Thank you,
to make a
Luke.
small
'Cause
attempt.
that's what I see from it. Like it was just what I see from it was is if we want to go, oh, let's judge everyone. I think it's you mean GoFundMe's gone a little too far. That dad's getting some loot. But what I see is a woman that she was young, made a lot of dumb mistakes, but
We all
toxic
do.
relationship though. We need to help women
to
not
make
be
an
in these toxic
attempt at trying to
relationships.
bring everything full circle,
Yeah.
and how you can make things your own life. You don't have to live with the baggage or the shadow of others. Like you could. Life could be anything. This is really hard. I'm really trying to pull this fucking thing.
Do it, man.
But like,
Don't lose your head.
that was funny. Like you could make your relationships whatever you want. You don't have to stick with these old traditional mentalities. Like
When
I
it's
lost.
abusive, when it's abusive,
Yeah.
it's a different deal, because abusive relationship is about you being strong enough to go against the bulliness of the abusiveness.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Going against the bulliness means sometimes you have to be bully yourself against the bully, and the bully will stop.
Yeah.
You have to be courageous enough to use the same exact medicine against the.
I think
the
not being
abusive
conditioned, conditioning yourself to just take this shit. Just
well,
realize
the
what
conditioning
you can do.
is, that's a big thing. But
Well, it
I'm talking
really-
like how to stop the bulliness. But yeah, the conditioning is.
It
yeah.
really starts with the parents. I mean, unfortunately, at her age, what was she, 20, 30?
She's 25, so this
Okay.
is good where you're going with it. I mean,
Yeah.
because this is going from a whole panel of people that don't know the situation, but you got what I described. Mm-hmm. So, okay, let's roll.
So
with
at
it.
that age, at 25, she is still learning herself, still learning like the dating
25, yeah.
game.
Oh yeah.
Not even realizing when a red flag comes up and how to just turn around and say no.
So-
Who knows what her upbringing is. But really, these girls need to be taught that if this is happening, you need to just walk away. Red flags are not a reason for you to get excited and, want more of this guy. Red flags are a reason to leave and get lost and say,
So-
peace out.
So so many that would be against what you said, but you're speaking facts in a way. Like you
Oh,
are speaking facts.
People
And
get excited
isn't
about
it
red flags.
amazing
I'm
that-
a red flag lover. I
I mean,
love a
yeah.
challenge.
Isn't it amazing
I'm
how
gonna
people
say it.
just
I'm gonna say it honestly.
people
I
just
love a
hear what you
challenge.
guys say, and if you put it out there, there'll be people that want to debate what you said, but it's not like you're talking heartless. You're speaking truth.
And there probably needs to be more dating groups and apps to help women understand how to date if they weren't raised to learn how to date. Like, I don't want to put my parents in a bad place, but they didn't. They tried to tell me like, don't date that person, do this, don't do that, But it was never like a sit down and say like, if you were to meet somebody who has these types of traits, what would you do, Monique?
Yeah.
There was never that kind of conversation. It was
Would
just
you
like,
follow their advice? Or
I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But to be completely honest, the conversation would have been nice.
yeah.
Because then as I got older, it probably would have been good to, keep that going and like reminding me like, okay, now you've dated these bad apples. Where are you at now with dating? Are you finding men of more substance? Are you finding men that are better for you, that are having a good job and that are treating you right and doing these things for you? So, it really starts with like kind of just molding them at a young age rather than just saying like, now you're 25, you should know. No, I don't
Yeah.
know because I've gone my whole time
And the
dating
sad
red
thing is
flags.
there was kids in the situation. There's little kids in the situation. One
that's
of them
not
belonged to
good.
the guy, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I used to see the girl come in my store pretty often. She just reminded me of how, being in your 20s, you're just young and dumb. But the thing that hit me was like, how, 25. Like, I would
Yeah.
just love, it hit me in a way that, well, it was a horrible situation. But it's like, if she would have just maybe gotten a little older, maybe grown out of that situation.
Yeah.
And then she never had that chance.
And we don't know the whole story. Like, did this guy ever show a temper? Did this guy ever
Yes.
give you a reason to be afraid?
Well, from
Because if he has, then you should
what,
have been long gone,
from
girl.
what the reports were saying, there was a temper, and but she was about to.
And see, if
she was
she
about to
knew
expose
if she
him,
knew his
his
temper,
lifestyle.
she should have known like that should not have been said. It should have just been like, we're done.
Yeah.
But the dig was too much for him to handle.
Yeah.
And for her, it should have been kind of like I don't think I should
It
go
was wrong
there.
way. Yeah, I mean, see, that's what I mean. If only she, I wish she could. She would have aged a little more and be able to get outside of that box and
Yeah.
be able to learn from. But it's, I mean, that young mindset.
Yes.
And what I think, okay, I do feel more for her because she's dead. And I feel like there's a lot of people just profiting off that. But I like how this has opened up things. Like at the memorial, there's all kinds of diversity there because it hit the news. Other than people just running up and taking video.
Oh my God! I was watching a show today, and a guy threw a girl off the balcony
Ooh.
because she was talking smack to him, and he couldn't handle it. So he opened up the balcony door and put her out there on timeout, and she was so drunk she like wobbled and flew over.
Oh,
Holy shit.
my
So
God.
this is something. What you just brought to me. This
Yeah.
is something that's happening. There needs to be some kind of support groups and things like that
and
for
the
these
other thing they gotta
25-year-olds who
stop
are
doing
dating.
Is it seems like I know this guy it sounds crazy and he's still alive, so that's where I'm like I'm more focused on him and the way that he's talking about or they're saying that he's schizophrenic and bipolar, so it's like I just red flag with excuses comes to my head. Like I just feel like this guy's got probably 2 years at the most because of the way he's talking about. They're saying he's got these mental illnesses. So I just feel like they're not treating him like the demon he is.
In other words, he's claimed the insanity in the defense.
Yeah. Oh, I'm insane. You gotta. Hey, come on. You guys gotta let me out in a couple of years. Give me a house to stay in out in the real world.
Or just a really nice hospital with really good food.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Well, after the
And
first night,
he has
it's
all
kinda-
his stuff. He has
Hey.
all his comforts.
I have to wrap my portion of the show,
I
my
do
participation
too. I'm
in the
so
show.
sorry.
Up.
I think.
She hit all the
So
good.
I mean, I don't know. I was getting at the. I didn't even get a chance to say how I saw Lady Gaga the other night.
It's a next show.
Well, we got another one, right?
Next show.
This isn't it.
Yeah, I'll do your first call in if you want.
To
the next-
Dana there. She called me at. Oh wait, hold on. This is for your comics. Okay.
Okay.
Gosh, I was gonna
Oh.
talk about the news with the 7,000. The guy that was smuggling 7,000 donkey penises and.
What
and all
fucking
that.
news do you read?
But
What?
But instead
Sorry,
with
didn't
with
mean to
you
breathe so
two,
heavily.
with the comedians that are here. So I was informed, come to my attention that there's all these comedians that hang out with or tag people. They say I'm with this person, but they claim to hate these people. What is the deal? You
It's
got,
to get exposure and to tag people and maybe get like something trending.
Hey, what if you don't like this person? Still like that's still your thing?
I've never done it. I don't know.
You got,
I would think it's just to get some exposure.
You're a lot better than that, Alessandro.
Oh, I
You've
don't
been
do it.
around for a while. How do you? Would you do something like that? Like,
No,
yeah. you-
No.
no. If I don't like someone or I know they hate me, I wouldn't hang out
For
with
those
them.
paying, I drew this of me. This is me on the radio right now.
Wow, that is pretty good.
Pretty good. I do this at the county fair. That's one of my jokes. I
That's
don't do that.
interesting. You do caricatures?
No, that's a joke. A terrible, terrible joke.
So is this some business he should get into?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, you know, it's
But-
very profitable.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign myself off. Thank you for having me, Luke and Paul. It's a lovely studio.
Me too, Luke.
I
I'm
need
gonna
to-
sign
I
myself
I wanna
off
follow
too.
everyone on
So why
Instagram.
don't we
Yeah.
all
Yes, and
sign
I will
off?
follow you back. I
Yeah.
am on Bald Ass Bitch Comedy. Bald as bald, BALD. Like if you have no hair.
BALD.
Yeah, Bald Ass Bitch Comedy.
But you have all this beautiful hair.
Well, they're not
Watch
real.
You should
Yeah.
you should see her act.
Look at that.
That's
Oh, Look at you. You're beautiful.
So you guys,
And
that's my hair.
One thing I wanted to do
Oh my
before
gosh, how long
we
did
go.
that take?
I am
I want to try
How long did that
some
take?
of this with some.
9
I'm,
years of
um,
alopecia.
Come on, try it.
And then
It's an
tattoos
alopecia
for
that
9
it's a
years.
I'm
thing
gonna try
that
food
now
on
it's
the
all
air.
totally smooth. There is no hair at all.
Who's into
Nowhere in my
ASMR?
body. The curtains match the drapes, and the drapes match the curtains, and the curtains match the upholstery, and all of them, everything. All right.
Is that horrible?
No,
Yes,
it's great.
it is.
Pay him.
I need
Pay
one
him.
What
more.
is yours?
I'm
good,
I'm
Okay, try
I'm,
some of this. With
FSA.
this
You could
part-
find
this
me
is part of the
under.
ending here. You should try some of this. Try it with the.
You guys get your last minute plugs in
Yep.
for sure.
So you guys can find me on Instagram at FSA
It's supposed to taste horrible.
Coach Moni.
SFA.
F like Frank, Sally, Alex.
Got
Coach
it.
Moni.
Free Spirit Accelerator.
Yeah, I'm your free spirit accelerator. Coach Moni.
Moni, Free Spirit
Yeah.
Accelerator. Yay!
Try some.
All right,
try
and
some.
then I need.
Hang on,
yours,
dude, we're
sir.
doing
We gotta
plugs.
Have you give us your Instagram.
I am Andrew DeLeon, and my Instagram name is Andrew dot DE dot LEON. Andrew DeLeon. Signing off here.
you.
Thank you, Luke.
Thank you, guys.
Studios.com.
Thank you.
Monique, appreciate your time. Alessandra,
Good, right?
great seeing you. Thank you for the hummus and bubbly.
Can't wait to do it again. Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Cool, so why don't you do the sign off? That's what's really been happening, or what's really happening.
I'm gonna take a photo of all.
There we go, guys.
Okay.
You guys have been listening to What's Really Happening with Luke Sauer, Luke Walgreens,
Photo right here, I guess.
and
All right.
we'll get you back to regularly scheduled programming in
Take your time.
just a minute.
All right. Let's